Hi there, this is Lynn, the Maritime Mystic. Today's reading is for all of you creative souls out there who might be feeling a little bit blocked. And this reading is a happy little message from the universe to help you get that creative energy flowing again. So go ahead and pick pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, or number 4 to get your message. You can pause the video if you like until you're ready, and when you're ready to choose, come back and get your message. So let's get started. Pile number 1. So the first card is protect what you have created. Be prepared, never give up. Ask your angels for help. Environmental activism and animal rights. So this card is talking about also what you've already created. And so whatever creative thoughts have been coming in, so know that you were on the right path with what you were already creating, because it talks about never giving up, protecting what you've already created. So being in that creative container and continuing to do that, and being prepared for the next step as well. Asking your angels for help. So that's about sitting in quiet, perhaps meditation, and just letting that creative channeling flow through you. And when it talks about environmental activism and animal rights, sometimes that's about, spending time with your pets, or going outside into the environment. And maybe your creativity has got to do with activism. So it's talking about whatever that you're doing to protect it and to continue. And also it talks about, again, about divine guidance. So channeling in what you feel is correct. And it says the ideas you are receiving are heaven-sent answers to your prayers. So know that those ideas and creative thoughts that are coming in are the ones to protect and follow. And this card here is from this deck that I got recently. It's the Bob Ross Oracle. And that's the well-known painter Bob Ross. So that's what has inspired me to do this reading for you. So when we look at the friend card, the meaning of this card specifically says, friends are the most valuable things in the world, and even a little tree needs a friend. Bob was a friend to everyone, be it an animal like Peapod the squirrel, that's on his shoulder here, the trees in his own backyard, or the viewers who tuned in to the joy of painting every week. Wherever he traveled, Bob also found friends along the way. The friend understands that humans aren't meant to be alone, and that they should reach out to connect with the world and other people around them. Even if that friend turns out to be a tree, it's a relationship worth cherishing. So this again is talking about the environment around you, and maybe animals, activism, the environment, the trees. It's talking about connecting with all of that. And maybe this is what you're working on as well. Maybe you're doing some sort of activism, but it's talking about connecting with nature also to help those creative ideas come in. So pile number 1, that's your message. So let's move on to pile number 2. Pile number 2, what have we got? So first of all, let's see. Romantic, flirtatious, introspective, falling in love, being swept off your feet, a lack of balance in relationships, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, and in particular this says a love of art and poetry. So definitely connecting there. Let's have a look here and see what else. So this card says release the desire to control the situation, and leave it up to God's infinite wisdom to resolve everything beautifully. So being swept off your feet and is the message in this card. And then this is about trying to control the situation. So it's kind of like things are out of balance a little bit for you, and you're trying to control things and not just letting things flow, right? So let me just go to the Happiness Guru card, and we'll see what that has to add. So what this card says, going straight to the book here, it says, in 31 seasons of his show, The Joy of Painting, Bob Ross used the word happy more than 2,800 times. For him, experiencing happiness and joy were the prime goals of painting and also of living life. The only prerequisite is it should make you happy. If it makes you happy, then it's good. The happiness guru wants you to find joy in life and to find happiness in everything you do. Once you've found that, then you'll be ready to spread the joy de vivre for everyone and everything you meet and surround yourself with. So it's kind of like just not trying to control everything and just doing the things that really bring you joy. So that's what this is talking about. And the romance and introspective, it's about falling in love with the things that give you joy, right? And things have been maybe out of balance and you've been trying to control things too much and thinking that things have to be done a certain way. And when it comes to being creative, it's more about letting things go and letting things flow. So it's talking about releasing the desire to control and situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So do the things that really give you joy, right? And that's what the happiness guru is talking about as well. So letting go, releasing control, and getting really in touch with the things that bring you joy. That is your message, pile number 2. And now we move on to pile number 3. Pile number 3. Passionate, confident, charismatic, and restless. Events requiring immediate action, trusting your instincts, staying focused, and a passionate relationship. Well, when we're talking about being creative, it's about really getting in touch with your passion, about being confident and not doubting, right? The things that you're guided to do and be creative with. Restless. So maybe there's been a restlessness and that's the block, that's the creative block, right? And events requiring immediate action. So maybe there's some things going on that you just need to do right away. So just jump in there and trust your instincts, it's saying, and stay focused. So don't let the things that are going on around you distract you. And this talks about gratitude. It talks about attracting more blessings when you appreciate your current blessings. So this is really getting in touch with the things that that you have to be grateful for right now, and the things that you've done already creatively, right? So then we've got down here the landscape card. So the landscape card, again, we're going to the book for this card. It says that each landscape that the Bob Ross painted felt familiar in some way. They were all similar and yet vastly different. They shared many of the same elements, trees or bushes, hills or mountains, rivers or lakes, but they were combined in a way that felt unique. So each landscape held its own character and personality. The only constant was that there were almost never any people. Landscapes look better if all the trees aren't perfectly straight, he said. It's terrible to think that every tree is just a future telephone pole. The landscape gives a sense of comfort and belonging, even if the scene before us is one we haven't stumbled upon in that combination before. So that's what the landscape card represents. So it might feel like, that you're doing everything the same and, you've been successful with the things that you've done before, but it's telling you to trust those instincts and stay focused, and still, do the things that you're passionate about. Pull that passion in each time. So even though maybe, say, if you're doing a painting, it might be the same type of a painting, but just like the landscape card says, each one is a little bit different. So just trust that and know that, just be grateful for the things that you've already done and that you've been having success with that kind of creativity and those things you've done before, and to trust it and to continue to do those things that you're passionate about. That is card pile number 3 and your message. So now we move on to pile number 4. Pile number 4, balance, success, and the happy little accident. So, balance card talks about blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. Successful compromise, the power of diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. So that is sort of self-explanatory, but let's look at the other cards here. So the success card, congratulations, you did it. And this also talks about successful compromise. So you've maybe, set out to do it one way, but then maybe you're working with other people, or maybe you just shifted the way you're doing things and you're doing things in a more diverse way. It's talking about blending the ideas of others, or maybe your own new ideas, to create something extraordinary. Successful compromise. And then this card talks about success. Congratulations, you did it. It also talks about diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. So having patience and knowing that, yes, that is going to work. And now this card, the happy little accident. This card, right straight from the book, it says, there are no mistakes in life, not for Bob Ross and not for anyone. There are only happy little accidents, because anything you do can be transformed from a problem into a creative solution. As Bob often reminded his loyal viewers, sometimes these happy little accidents are the nicest things that could possibly happen in your painting. The happy little accident offers a chance to reevaluate difficult choices in the past and then go back and choose a different path. Nothing is too late to fix if you have a desire and a drive to make it right. As Bob always said, learn to work with whatever happens. So that is about being diverse and having self-control, on learning to work with whatever happens. That's the successful compromise, and ultimately success. And it says, congratulations, you did it. So that would be the happy little accident. Things might not have gone the way you thought at first. However, it's going to work out in the end. So that is your message, pile number 4. So I hope this reading helps you get that creative energy flowing again. So I wish you many blessings, and I hope you have a wonderful day.